So we have Chef Louis Hubbell from Regina Pizza and Polcari's. He's going to make for you their famous St. Anthony's Pizza, coming up right now.
Hello everyone, I'm Louis Hubbell. I'm the chef of Polcari's and Regina Pizzeria, and welcome to the virtual Feast of St. Anthony's. Today we're going to be making a St. Anthony's Pizza. It's one of our core pizzas and has been around forever. We're here at the Polcari's kitchen way before anybody else is here, so we can do a little bit of social distancing, and maybe I can not wear this and you can hear me a little better. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we put together the pizza from beginning to end, and that way you'll know what we do and you can order it at any of our locations. Either the Polcari's locations have it and the Regina Pizzeria locations have it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make what we call Aristide mix, which is roasted peppers and onions. It is a mainstay of what we do. We use it on lots of different stuff. So let me show you how we make it. It's really simple. It's a regular onion. We cut it in half, cut the half in half, and cut that into wedges. Set that aside. And then we take peppers, regular bell peppers. You can use red, you can use green, yellow, suntans, whatever you want, and cut them into about the same size chunks, about an inch. And then once all that's done, you don't have to be too critical about the size. Break everything up and mix it so that it's fairly evenly distributed. And then we're going to work the magic on it. We've got basically an oven-proof pan. We're going to take and we're going to put the peppers and onions on the pan. It doesn't matter a whole lot if they're stacked up. And we're going to add the 3 remaining ingredients, and there's only 3. The first thing we're going to add is our spicy oil, which is the same stuff we've been using in the Reginas forever. It's a mixture of 10% olive oil and corn oil blend. It's got spicy peppers, it's got Romano and Parmesan cheeses, a little bit of sun-dried tomato, all blended up, lots of garlic. It's really good. And we're going to put that all over the peppers and onions. Don't be shy. So that was about 6 ounces for 2 whole peppers and 1 whole onion. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put salt, and pepper. And then we're going to pop that into an oven. Our ovens cook at 550 degrees, so this isn't going to take very long. If you have a home oven, I would do it at 450, and you want to do it until the vegetables are kind of wilted and brown and they're soft. All right, so let's take a look at the ingredients on the St. Anthony's Pizza now that we have our Aristide in the oven. So it's fairly simple. A couple of things you're going to have to sort out. First of all, Regina Pizza dough. This dough is our normal dough. It has been aged, it has been proofed, and I have pre-pounded it, which means kind of molded it so that it has a little bit of an edge on it. We'll stretch that out in a minute. We have Regina ground sausage, which is our own private label stuff. You could use any ground crumble sausage is fine. Romano cheese. This is Bianco & Sons Link sausage. Really good sausage, love them. This is our Aristide mix that we were roasting in the oven. The next thing that we put on it is the Regina Pizzeria garlic sauce. This we make ourselves. It is a vegetable-based sauce, lots of garlic, lots of wine, lots of flavor. For a substitute for this, you could thicken a little bit of chicken and garlic, or chicken stock and garlic with a little bit of cornstarch, little salt and pepper and a little wine. You're going to get something similar to it. It'll be really good. You can use a vegetable broth if you don't want to use chicken broth, whatever you'd like. And then the last thing we're going to do is roast it in the oven, and it gets fresh basil on the top and Romano cheese after it's cooked. Let's make a pizza. Okay, so now what we're going to end up doing is we're going to finally be able to make the pizza. So what we start off with is this is semolina, durum, pure, beautiful. We put that on our board. That ends up being like ball bearings. It helps the dough come off the board. This is our Regina Pizza dough, which we were looking at earlier, which I had already started by flattening it and putting an edge on it, which we just stretch out by hand. Really pretty. The next thing to go on is the garlic sauce that we talked about, and you want to make sure to go all the way to the edge. Cover it everywhere. We give it a little bit of love. Make sure everything is nice and covered. The next thing we're going to put on is a little bit of Romano cheese directly on the garlic sauce. Then we're going to use our sausage links. Just spread them out nice and even. Doesn't have to be too many, but you can put as much or as little as you like. Generally speaking, the more the toppings on it, the less crisp the crust will be. So you kind of want to be sparing and even about the way you put stuff on it. And then our ground sausage goes on next. Same answer, kind of spread evenly everywhere. Always Regina toppings to the edge. The next thing we're going to put on is our grated mozzarella. This is whole milk, low moisture mozzarella we have made specifically for us. We then age the cheese several weeks before we use it, so we get a nice creamy texture to it. And you want to put enough cheese on just to cover everything. Nice, very pretty. And the final thing we're going to put on is that Aristide mix that we had made. That goes on top of the cheese, and just spread that out evenly. These are all the roasted vegetables in the spicy oil with salt and pepper. Roasted in the pizza ovens until they're nice and soft. And pretty much on this pizza, where you put it is where it's going to stay. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, time for the oven. So we cook in 550 degree brick oven. We cook directly on the bricks, no pans. And shooting it in the oven is a bit of an art. Come on, I'll show you. And there you have it. That is a St. Anthony's pizza. To finish it off, we put fresh Romano, a nice sprinkle of it, and this is fresh basil. Chiffonade, fancy word. It just means sliced. You could tear it. There are some people that just like to tear it. And then we cut it. I always start from the edge, and on a large pizza to cut in eighths, cut it at 90 degrees and 90 degrees so you get 4 equal slices, and then cut those in half. If you give your pizza wheel a little twist right at the end, it'll break the crust apart. And nothing goes better with pizza than beer. And Stella Artois has been a sponsor of the feast for many years. We've had a great relationship with them. And I'll tell you what, a St. Anthony's pizza and a Stella Artois beer, it's worth taking your mask off for. Y'all have a good day.
Who are you? I'm your daydream. Come.
What a day for a daydream.
What a day for a daydream. You're never too far from the life Artois.